everyone, my name is Tiffany and this is my channel, Who's Your Handmade. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Today's video is another episode of #Friday Sews. If you want to catch up with my week, stick around. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by today. And if you're already a friend of mine, welcome back. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, for following along with my sewing journey, and above all, thank you for your friendship. This is a #Friday Sews video. I love catching up with your sewing week as well. Let me know down below in the comment section what was on your sewing table this week, what plans or projects did you get to. I would love chatting with you down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. If you were like me this week, you were blasted with a winter storm that we haven't seen the likes of in a long time. We ended up getting about 9 inches of snow last weekend, and it's kind of just halted all life around here. We're used to some snow, but this amount of snow in my area in southern Indiana kind of does halt life. School's been out all week. We've been working from home all week. It's been an extension of Christmas break, I guess you could say, besides having to work. But it's been really nice to stay in our home all cozy. That being said, I did not get that much sewing done. I wanted to sit in my cozy chair, read a cozy book under a cozy blanket. I did not want to come up here to my sewing room and sew very much. So I did work on a few patterns, and I'm going to talk about those here in a second. But as far as sewing makes to show you, I don't have that many. So I thought what I would do today is talk about some January sewing plans. Sometimes in January, I hit a bit of a slump. I'm coming off of a lot of frantic Christmas sewing, and I just don't feel like being up here in my sewing room. I don't feel like I'm trying to figure out new projects. I'm kind of lost in wondering where to go from here. If you know anything about me, or if you followed along, you probably caught on to the fact that I like to sew for a purpose. I like to sew for an event in my life or an occasion. Sewing for Disney was great. Sewing for Halloween is fun. Sewing for Christmas. Those are purposes. Sewing with a purpose. So I have to sometimes give myself a purpose or I kind of lose my way. So what I've ended up doing is sitting down and writing out some January sewing plans, goals. I might not get to them all, but it kind of helps me steer myself into a direction. If you're lost this January as well, try sitting down and thinking about what fabrics or patterns you already have or what ones you would like to purchase, and try to get some goals. Just write a list of what you would like to accomplish, and that really does help spark some inspiration. It's helped me. I'm excited to be up here in the sewing room this coming weekend. So let's get into my January plans. A few of these I'm gonna roll over from December. I really did want to get to this Peekaboo Patterns men's wilderness vest for Josh. Just did not happen before Christmas. I have been able to print the pattern out, trace out his size. I might want to do a full belly adjustment on this pattern as well. I did one of those for his shacket, the shacket that I gifted him for Christmas, and it really made a world of difference. It buttons really well on him. It gave him just that much more room there in the front, in the belly region, that he really needed. So I'm going to consider doing that on these pattern pieces before I cut into this fabric, but I do want to work on this one for Josh. Another one I'm going to kind of roll over from December is the Love Notions Arlington. I really want a sweater for myself. January is kind of where I get that feeling where I want a new sweater or a new like sweatshirt kind of feel, and I'm kind of ready to try a new pattern. I love the Simplicity 9240. Oh, if you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that that's one of my favorite sweatshirt patterns, but I want to try something new here in the month of January. I had this Arlington planned for Christmas. This is the fabric actually that I was going to use, and now it just looks too Christmassy. I think you could probably pull it off in the month of January, February with the wintry kind of feel of these trees. But at this point, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna keep my yardage intact and keep this for next Christmas, probably not next December. Please don't let me wait until December. sew it before December. Tiffany, let's make a note right now. But yeah, I'm gonna keep this for next winter season. So this Love Notions Arlington is a very popular pattern. I've seen a lot of these on social media, Instagram, and the Facebook group. I went through there and found some beautiful Arlington versions. I really liked this cuffed version here with these bishop sleeves. I think that really elevates the look of the sweater. It'll kind of give it a more nicer feel, not just an everyday run around sweatshirt kind of feel. I think I could really wear this style to work in January, kind of make a nicer sweatshirt. So I really like the mock neck turtleneck. I don't like a full turtleneck. It kind of makes me feel like I'm choking, but I think the mock neck, which is shown right here, that would be fine. I don't think that would be too high up on my neckline. So excited to trace off my size and get started on that one. I have pulled some fabrics from my stash. You might recognize this one. Was it last January, February? I used some of this fabric for a fail project. I have quite a bit left over, so I think I would like to try this again and use this beautiful fabric. I do love this fabric. I really like the colors. I like the feel of it. It's very soft. It's a brushed sweater knit. It kind of looks like a French terry, but it's very thin for a French terry. It does kind of have the loops on the back there. I purchased this fabric from Fashion Fabrics Club last December, and it's just been sitting in my stash kind of staring at me, and I think it would be a beautiful drapey, more fancier Arlington for some workwear. I also have this sweater knit. This is from Olga's Closet. Recently purchased this and it is beautiful. Those striations you see there in the fabric are on purpose. It's kind of teaches your brain a little bit, but the stripes are there on purpose. Beautiful dusty blue color. I like these florals. So I thought this would be a really pretty cuffed version of the Arlington with the mock neck. This I have a ton of. I have over 3 yards, I believe, so plenty to play around with the Love Notions Arlington if I decide to go this way. So I have 2 fabric options. What will I choose? I'm not sure. I'm kind of going where the wind takes me right now. And then I would like to try one garment pattern for Addie this month. I'm really excited about this pattern. It is beautiful and it looks fairly simple to do. I'll probably be tackling this one this weekend. This is the Little Lizard King Benicia. This is a beautiful dress pattern or shirt pattern, I believe. This pattern is also offered in women's sizes. They're on their sister site, Styla Patterns. I just really think this is so beautiful, and I think it's really designed for like bulky sweater knits to make like a sweater knit dress. But here's my conundrum. I have quite a bit of sweater knit in my stash, but a lot of it is kind of mature looking. Not a lot of it I would imagine a 4-year-old wearing. I kind of want to make her clothes fun and enjoyable to her right now. So what I've done is went to my double brush poly stash. I have quite a bit of double brush poly. I'm looking at it right now. I've got about three cubes of it, and I don't wear it for myself very much. I hardly ever make a garment out of double brush poly for myself because of the fit of double brush poly, but my kiddo loves it. So I went to my stash and I pulled out 2 of these fabrics. I thought they were really beautiful. They're very soft, as double brush poly is, and I just thought I might try a trial Benicia for Addie in these pretty prints. I need to get to using them, get them out of my stash. I do have quite a bit of both of these, so it'll be plenty to sew her up a Benicia. It's a really fun looking pattern. You can choose different options for sleeves. There is a bishop sleeve piece, I believe, and then a mock neck turtleneck that I'm probably going to try for her. It just looks so cute. Something that would be perfect for winter wear to church and other occasions. So I'm excited to try this one out for Addie June. I talked about Josh's quilt last week. It does need to get done here in the month of January. I do have a quilt retreat coming up in a few weeks. I'm gonna take Josh's quilt with me and focus in on that one. I'm not taking the serger. Sometimes I'm on the fence fence as to whether to take the serger with me to sewing retreat or not and focus in on some garment patterns, but I think this trip needs to be about Josh's quilt. So I'm just going to take my baby lock crescendo right there, and I'm going to get to quilting and finishing Josh's quilt. I also have another quilt that I want to work on this year. Here's a little bit of a spoiler for my Make 9 2025. This will be on it for sure. I was working on Josh's quilt, getting it quilted, and Addie is always up here with me in my sewing room, and she was seeing me do the process of the quilt sandwich and then quilting it, and she fell in love with it. She really wants a quilt of her own. She asks me every time we come up here to the sewing room if I will make her a blanket. She calls them a blanket. And so this year, the quilt that I will be focusing on for 2025 is one for Addie. And my mother has supplied the perfect fabric. I'm a little intimidated with the pattern, but she's made it before, so she's gonna help me. So here is the project for Addie's quilt for 2025. This is the pattern. It's called BU Little One. It's from Coach House Designs. It's beautiful. Look at these different trees and hearts. And this is a panel. I have it right here. I'm going to show you in just a second. You cut the panel up and use it in the quilt here. I have all of these beautiful fabrics. The fabric line is called Effie's Wood. Show you the panel here. The panel are these really sweet little circles with cute little words like be wise. This one says be kind. I love that one. The little bunny, little critters, little woodland critters, and I think Addie's just gonna love it. I love these sage kind of green tones, some teal in there. I really love these colors, and it's just perfect for Addie's quilt. Mom has set me up for this quilt. She had this fat quarter bundle. Look at all these fabrics. They're beautiful already in her stash, and she just let me have it to make Addie the quilt. There is a panel in here as well. We're not sure if it's the same one. We haven't obviously opened this yet, but those beautiful colors will be going into Addie's quilt. And then I also have some yardage. We found these yardages at the stitching post in Washington, Indiana. They do still have some of this line left. Some of the fabrics are gone because this is an older line, but they do still have some of this if you're looking for this fabric yourself. Look at these darling prints, that pink with the little critters, and then you have this minty background with these ditzy kind of prints. And then this is my favorite one. This will be a border print around Addie's quilt. Mint background and these florals with the mushrooms. I just love it. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited that Mom has made this quilt already. And she'll be able to give me some assistance. I don't do a lot of this type of intricate piecing. This will be the first quilt that I've done this much intricacy in the piecing. And by that I mean like making a tree, making the heart. So a little bit intimidated, but I think I can do it. And my little one is going to be so excited that Mommy has made her a blanket. So those are my January 2025 sewing plans. I'm excited with all these sewing plans, but with any goals or plans that I make, I need to be chill and realize that some of them will get accomplished and maybe some of them won't, and that's okay. It's just something that I'm going to use to re-spark my joy in the sewing room, restart after all of that Christmas panic sewing. Let me know down below if you have any 2025 big goals for sewing, or in particular, what would you like to get done in the month of January? Like I said, for life, we've had a lot of snow. We've done a lot of sledding. Addie loves the snow. She would not come out of it if we did not make her, if we didn't think she was getting cold. So I'll put some pictures in at the end of our snow. It's still here as I record this on Thursday evening. And tomorrow on Friday, we're supposed to get more snow. So this is kind of an anomaly. It's a big event for here in the southern Indiana area. Not really used to this much snow, but we are enjoying it. My birthday is on Sunday, so I'm excited to celebrate my birthday with my family. I hope to spend a quiet weekend, quiet birthday weekend. I'm here at home, hopefully getting back into the sewing room and doing some reading as well, which has really what I've loved to do over this Christmas break. I've really leaned into reading, so that will be an exciting weekend for me. And I think that's gonna do it for this hashtag Friday Sews. Let me know down below what you're working on. I love chatting with you down below in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe if you have not done so already. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.